Hello there, travelers. This is Craig from Midlife Fitness blog. Today we're going to talk about the macronutrient calculator, which you can see on this page. Its intent is to help you gauge the nutrients that you're eating on a daily basis, to help you get control of of what you're putting in your system. This calculator uses what's known as the Mifflin-St. Jeor method, which has been proven to help you calculate what's called your basic metabolic rate, or BMR. And it's the best way to calculate this without the additional information of body fat percentage. So it's an easy way to calculate your basal metabolic rate. And that is going to include factors such as your gender, your weight, your height, and your age. The goal here is to calculate the daily calorie need, the minimum daily calories that your body uses while at rest. So, and then after that, what we're going to do is calculate your base total daily energy expenditure, which is known as your TDEE, by asking for information about your daily activity. So first we're going to get an indicator for you of your basic daily activity, and then for the exercise you do. It's very important when you follow this process that you are truthful with your answers if you're going to get good numbers that are actually going to help you in your goals. So once we have your TDEE, we're going to ask you about how much weight you want to lose, at least at the rate that you're going to lose. So we're not going to ask you for the number you want, but there's a rate between 1 and 2 pounds. So slow and methodical is what has worked for me, and it's recommended that you don't try to lose more than 2 pounds a week. In fact, for many people, the attempt to lose more than 2 pounds a week would be very restrictive on the diet. You would barely have enough calories to make yourself feel right, and if you're heavier like I was, the more restriction on the calorie you have early on, the harder it's going to be for you to succeed with this long term. So most will be looking to lose weight. Some people may actually want to just maintain what their current weight is. So this is structured so that if you're at where you want to be, you can use this calculator to stay where you're at. There are others who may be, maybe lifters who want to bulk up some more. So we have that additional feature here, even though most of the followers here probably are going to use the calculator for that purpose. So with all the information we have, now we'll calculate the number of calories you should consume each day. So then we're going to break those groups into individual categories, such as proteins, fats, and carbs. So protein is used at the cost of 4 carbs per gram. So let me rephrase that. Protein is used at a cost of 4 calories per gram. So, and then fat is used at 9 calories per gram, and carbs are at 4 calories per gram. So the importance of that is what we're going to do is take your calorie total. We're going to first compute the protein that you're going to get, and you'll see the calculator rather gives you a scale that you can use to choose how much protein you want to have in the range with which it's required. And after the protein, we'll then calculate your fat. And again, there's a scale there that can let you go back and forth and play with the amount of fat you consume, because the remaining balance of those two is going to determine how many carbs you get in a day. So if you're used to eating more carbs, then you're probably going to want to adjust your proteins and your fats in order to give you more carbs in a given day. So I hope that makes sense. It's pretty basic, simple math. The calculator here does all the work for you. So we determine what your basic daily needs are in terms of calories, and then we subtract a certain number of calories based on your goals of weight loss, and then we break those remaining calories into how many proteins, fats, and carbs you should eat each day. So very important, be accurate. The height you can take down to a half an inch. So if you're like me, I'm like about 5'10" and a half, so it's 5 foot and then 10.5 inches. Making sure that you get an accurate weight, at least whatever your scale is telling you, use the same scale. Make sure that that number's right. When you go to look at things like activity and how much exercise you're doing, if you're doing very little exercise or no exercise, make sure that you indicate the lowest amount. If you're sedentary, like I have a job that involves me sitting in this chair I'm in, most of the day, even though I exercise for 60 to 90 minutes a day, I still have a sedentary job because I'm not moving around all day. If your job is, to be out as a contractor and you're working all day and then you go to the gym, well, then you might want to scale that accordingly. So honesty is really important in order to make this successful for you. So, all right, so I'll let you at the calculator here. Don't forget, this is not a substitute for a physician. If you have any health concerns or diabetes, any of those sort of things. I'm a diabetic. It works for me, but at the same point, you should really check in with a physician if you have any concerns at all about what a different diet plan might do for you. So this is really a life change more than a diet plan, but it's still going to involve you eating less calories. So, we want you to be careful. So, okay, folks, enjoy the calculator, and we'll catch you on the other side. Bye-bye.